They called him the king, not because he wanted to rule, but because he had to. Supreme King Jaden didn't start out as a villain. He was a kid with dreams, a duelist who just wanted to protect his friends, and maybe prove to himself that he was strong enough. But power doesn't come without cost, and in the shadows of Duel Academy, something ancient was waiting for him. Before the darkness, there was Jaden Yuki, energetic, hopeful, a duelist who believed in his cards. But things changed. Slowly, he started losing pieces of himself. One duel at a time, friends started falling, enemies grew stronger, and deep down, Jaden started wondering if being a hero was even enough. What no one saw was that Jaden wasn't alone. From another dimension, something was watching, waiting. Yubel, the dual spirit that had once been bonded to Jaden, was calling him back, not with words, but with dreams, with feelings, with pain. And then it happened. He was pulled into another world, not metaphorically, literally dragged through space and time into a twisted dimension filled with darkness. No friends, no light, just duels, endless duels, a world where losing meant death and winning meant surviving another day. In that world, Jaden Yuki started to die, and something else took his place. When Jaden walked out of that place, he wasn't Jaden anymore. He was colder, quieter, stronger, but also hollow. This was the moment he became the Supreme King, no longer the bright duelist we knew. Now he was the ruler of a shattered dimension, commanding evil hero monsters with absolute power. He didn't duel to protect anymore. He dueled to dominate, to control, to survive. Inferno Wing, malicious fiend. His deck was no longer a symbol of hope. It was a weapon, a warning. Anyone who stood against him fell, quickly, brutally. But here's the part most people miss. Even as Supreme King Jaden stood alone on the battlefield, there was a part of him that still remembered. Flame Wingman, Neos, the friends he'd made, the ones he couldn't save. That darkness wasn't just power, it was grief. It was Yubel's love, twisted, possessive, and all-consuming. They say Yubel was always behind him, and maybe that's true, but she wasn't pulling the strings. Jaden accepted the power, he embraced it, because for the first time, he thought maybe this is what I was meant to be, not a hero, not a student, but a king. But here's what's wild, even after all of that, he still came back, not as Supreme King, not fully as Jaden either. He came back changed, damaged, but with a purpose, because even after falling that far into darkness, he chose to fight his way out. And maybe that's what makes the Supreme King arc so powerful. It's not just a villain origin story, it's a warning about what happens when pain goes untreated. But it's also a story of redemption, of what it means to carry guilt and still keep going. This is the story of the Supreme King. Support the channel and save 5% on Card Trader using my code DOOMX, link in the description.